It was a day that would alter the course of history. When Elon Musk set foot in Turkey, he had no idea that what he was about to witness would not only defy logic, but challenge the very fabric of everything we know about our past. He was there to witness an archaeological discovery, a cave thought to be 5,000 years old. But what he found buried beneath the earth was far more than ancient stone and dust. It was a dark legacy, long buried and now awakened. What started as a typical excavation soon spiraled into something much more profound. Deep beneath the Earth's surface, hidden away for millennia, lay an underground city so vast it seemed to stretch into infinity. Its labyrinthine tunnels and chambers told the story of a lost civilization, one that thrived in total secrecy, shielded from the world above. How had they built such a complex city so far ahead of its time, only to disappear without a trace? But it was not just the city that stunned Musk and the team of archaeologists. Within the deepest reaches of the cave, they uncovered a royal tomb, perfectly preserved as if untouched by the ravages of time. But there was something wrong, something otherworldly. Among the sacred remains, there were bones that did not belong, alien remains. Their presence sent shockwaves through the team and ignited wild theories that humanity's story was not as simple as we thought. Musk, ever the visionary, had words that would haunt those who heard them. Some truths, he said, his voice low and heavy with the weight of what they had uncovered, were never meant to be unearthed. What they had discovered was a door to a forgotten past, a past that may have been far more complicated, far more dangerous than anyone could have imagined. The alien presence suggested that humanity's origins were not purely terrestrial, that we might not be the first to walk this earth. The eerie preservation of the royal tomb hinted at a deliberate effort to keep its contents hidden, as if someone or something had wanted these secrets buried forever. Musk's words echoed in the silence. "We are not the first. We are the inheritors of a legacy too dangerous to claim." The discovery of this lost underground world, of a civilization that perhaps was never meant to be found, has shaken the very foundation of science and history. But the question remains, who or what built it, and why was it sealed away from the rest of humanity? As Musk and his team stand on the edge of a revelation that could rewrite the story of human civilization, one thing is clear. Some doors, once opened, cannot be closed. And the truth they've uncovered, it may just be a nightmare we're not prepared to face. The alien curse unearthed. Implications of the forbidden royal tomb. The discovery of alien remains within a royal tomb in Türkiye has sent shockwaves through the world, sending ripples of fear, awe, and profound realization across the globe. For centuries, myths and legends have whispered of gods descending from the heavens, beings that shaped the course of civilizations before disappearing into the shadows of time. These stories, passed down through generations, were often dismissed as mere folklore or exaggerated tales. But what if they weren't? What if these ancient narratives were not just stories, but the fragmented echoes of real encounters with extraterrestrial beings? The evidence uncovered in the tomb suggests a chilling reality, that these gods were not gods at all, but alien entities whose influence on human history was far greater than anyone dared to imagine. The presence of alien remains beside royalty implies a long-forgotten alliance, a relationship between humans and non-human beings that defies all conventional understanding of our past. Could it be that ancient rulers were not only buried with their kin, but also with those who, in truth, were their otherworldly mentors, protectors, or even collaborators?
The very idea that these alien remains were deliberately sealed within the tomb alongside royalty brings a disturbing possibility to light. Why was this secret buried for so long? Was humanity meant to forget? Or was there a darker reason for the concealment, one so potent that knowledge of it could have threatened the course of civilization itself? The silence of the tomb, one archaeologist somberly remarked, is louder than any revelation. It's as though the tomb itself is a prison holding back the floodgates of truth, its silence the final warning of an ancient conspiracy designed to keep us in the dark. The phrase, "a forbidden secret of human history," echoes ominously like a curse meant to deter anyone from ever uncovering what lay buried for millennia. As the world grapples with this unthinkable discovery, Elon Musk's reaction has added a new layer of urgency to the situation. Elon Musk, with his unparalleled influence as the CEO of SpaceX and his outspoken advocacy for humanity's expansion into space, knows the weight of what's at stake. He warned that the implications of this discovery could be catastrophic for the future of space exploration, particularly for missions planned by SpaceX. The idea that exploring the cosmos could awaken ancient forces long dormant beneath the Earth, casts a shadow over humanity's ambitions of colonizing other worlds. This is not just archaeology, Musk declared in a statement that reverberated through the media. This is a warning from the depths. His words turned the discovery from a historic revelation into a dire cautionary tale. The dream of exploring new frontiers in space, once fueled by hope, innovation, and the promise of adventure, now seemed fraught with peril. Humanity's desire to reach the stars may be undermined by the darker truths lurking beneath our feet. Musk's warning reframes the very nature of space exploration. What was once a journey driven by ambition and the pursuit of knowledge may now be viewed through the lens of survival, of navigating the unknown not just with curiosity, but with fear. The question no longer is whether humanity will colonize other worlds, but whether we can do so without awakening the forces that once walked this earth in the form of gods or aliens. As the world stands at the precipice of a new era of exploration, the implications of what has been unearthed in Türkiye will linger in the back of our minds. Some doors, once opened, cannot be closed, and perhaps, just perhaps, some questions are better unanswered. For in the depths of the earth, the forbidden truth waits, and it may just hold the key to humanity's future or its destruction.
The discovery of alien remains in a royal tomb beneath the earth of Türkiye has shaken the scientific community to its core, throwing open the door to a whirlwind of debate, disbelief, and urgent investigation. The implications of the find are so vast, so far-reaching, that experts are scrambling to make sense of what was unearthed and what it means for humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. On one hand, some researchers are urging caution, insisting that the claims should be treated with skepticism until more concrete evidence can be presented. They argue that the discovery could be a misinterpretation of ancient artifacts, or that the alien remains might not be what they seem. For these scientists, the sheer magnitude of the claim demands a thorough investigation, and they caution against jumping to conclusions that could send society into a spiral of panic. But there are others, many others, who believe that the evidence already at hand is too significant to ignore. This is not a mere archaeological find, one prominent researcher stated. This is a window into a past we were never meant to see. A door has been opened, and the question is no longer if we should investigate, but how quickly we can begin to understand what we're facing. Theories about the underground city, the royal tomb, and the alien remains are already flooding the airwaves and academic papers alike.
Some theorists believe that the underground city was built as a sanctuary, perhaps a place of refuge meant to protect humanity from an alien influence or threat. Others suggest that the tomb was a prison designed to keep extraterrestrial beings confined and hidden from the world. A more unsettling theory proposes that the alien remains represent a pact, an alliance formed between humans and forces beyond Earth, perhaps the same beings who shaped ancient civilizations and may still hold sway over humanity's fate today. The possibilities are as varied as they are profound. What if we are not the pioneers of this planet, but simply trespassers in a story that began long before us? As one analyst grimly observed, we are not pioneers, we are trespassers in a story that began long before us. It's a haunting thought, one that turns everything we thought we knew about human history on its head. Governments around the world have been forced to respond with urgency. While official statements remain carefully measured, diplomatic language designed to calm the growing public anxiety, reports indicate that emergency meetings have been convened at the United Nations. In these closed-door sessions, defense experts are reportedly considering scenarios that once seemed the stuff of science fiction. If alien remains have indeed been discovered in Türkiye, what does that mean for humanity's security and its future? Intelligence agencies, too, are scrambling to assess the risks. If extraterrestrial technology or weapons were buried in the tombs of ancient rulers, could those technologies still be operational? Are there hidden surveillance systems embedded within the structures of the underground city? Are these long-forgotten relics of an ancient alien presence watching us even now as we stand on the brink of a new age of space exploration? We may be standing on the edge of a trap centuries in the making, one anonymous defense official admitted in a confidential briefing. And the worst part? We were warned. His words, though cryptic, sent chills down the spines of those who heard them. What did he mean by being warned? Could there have been ancient messages or safeguards that we simply haven't understood yet? And if so, what exactly are we being warned about? Elon Musk's recent statements only add weight to these concerns. The CEO of SpaceX, whose vision for humanity's expansion into space is a beacon for the future, has made it clear that the discovery could have profound implications for future space missions. This is not just archaeology. This is a warning from the depths. His words have resonated around the world, turning the discovery of alien remains from a moment of awe into a chilling reminder of how little we truly understand about the forces that shape our world and our place within it. As scientists, governments, and defense officials scramble to make sense of what was uncovered in Türkiye, the humanities community waits for answers. The secrets of the past may have been buried for a reason, but now that they are unearthed, humanity must decide how to proceed. The stakes could not be higher. We may be standing on the edge of a future we are not ready for, one where the line between myth and reality, between our world and theirs, has all but disappeared.
The alien curse unearthed. The cultural reckoning of humanity's dark revelation. The discovery of alien remains in a royal tomb in Türkiye has triggered a cultural earthquake, sending shockwaves through the collective consciousness of humanity. What began as an archaeological revelation has quickly spiraled into a global phenomenon, sparking an eruption of emotions, fears, and debates that transcend science. In a world where social media has become the pulse of public discourse, the hashtags "Doom from the Depths" and "Alien Remains" quickly trended, capturing the attention of millions. Across the globe, people are asking the same questions. Is this discovery real, a symbolic gesture, or part of some greater cover-up?
Skeptics and conspiracy theorists have come out in force, each with their own interpretation of what the alien remains represent. Is this evidence of an ancient alliance between humans and extraterrestrials, or a dire warning of something far darker waiting to reawaken? The theories are as wild as they are numerous, and they reveal a profound truth. Humanity is no longer just grappling with the idea of alien life. It is struggling with the very notion of its own place in the cosmos. Religious leaders, too, have weighed in, framing the discovery as a test of faith. Some have suggested that humanity's relentless drive to conquer the stars and extend its dominion beyond Earth may have provoked a divine reckoning. To them, the existence of extraterrestrial life is not just a scientific anomaly, but a spiritual challenge. Could our ambition to explore space and reach for the unknown be seen as an act of arrogance? Have we overstepped our bounds, and is this revelation a punishment for our hubris? Philosophers and ethicists have turned their attention to a more pressing question. Does humanity even have the moral right to expand into space, given the potential dangers it may awaken? If we are not the first intelligent beings to walk this earth, and if the secrets of the past are so fraught with peril, should we risk provoking forces that have been hidden for millennia? What does it mean for the future of human exploration if the very expansion we dream of could set in motion a conflict with civilizations we cannot even begin to understand? This is no longer just a scientific issue. It has become a cultural reckoning, forcing humanity to confront its destiny in the most profound way. The revelation of alien remains has shone a harsh light on the human condition, raising existential questions that demand to be answered. The discovery forces us to ask, are we ready to leave Earth? Are we prepared to face the consequences of our ambitions? The emotional weight of the revelation cannot be overstated. The underground city, once a symbol of human ingenuity and progress, now stands as a monument to a deeper, darker fear. No longer just a relic of the past, it has become a symbol of humanity's deepest anxieties about the future. The very place where we sought to uncover our origins now threatens to deliver a reckoning that could unravel everything we thought we knew about ourselves. We dreamed of uncovering our past. Now we fear that the past may destroy us, is a commentator mused. It's a paradox that haunts every discussion surrounding the discovery. The very depths that inspired humanity's greatest curiosity, our unrelenting search for answers, may also lead to our greatest downfall. The cave, with its ancient secrets, has transformed from a window into history to a warning about our future. What we uncovered may not just be the remains of an ancient alien civilization. It may be the first steps towards a confrontation that we are ill-prepared to face. Elon Musk's words, "This is a warning from the depths," now resonate like a prophecy, casting a shadow over every rocket launch, every space mission, every dream of a future beyond Earth. What was once the spark of hope for humanity's future in the stars is now clouded with uncertainty and fear. The dream of space exploration, of transcending our earthly limitations, now seems fraught with peril. In the wake of the discovery, humanity is forced to reckon with its own limitations. The pursuit of knowledge and discovery has always been driven by curiosity and the hope that the unknown will lead to enlightenment. But what if the unknown holds only danger? What if the knowledge we seek is forbidden, its cost far higher than we ever imagined? As the world holds its breath, awaiting the next revelation from the depths of Türkiye's cave, one thing is certain. The discovery has forever changed how we view our place in the universe. The dream of the stars has never felt more distant, nor the shadows of the past more dangerous. The alien curse unearthed, humanity at the edge of a forbidden truth. The world now waits on the edge of a precipice, suspended between awe and terror. The discovery in Türkiye has cast a long, ominous shadow over civilization, a shadow that grows heavier with each passing moment. Every day that the silence lingers, the weight of the unknown becomes more unbearable, more suffocating. The truth, buried for millennia, now sits like a sword above us, its blade poised to fall. What was once an archaeological find has evolved into something far more profound and far more terrifying. The absence of details, the secrecy surrounding the discovery, only deepens the mystery. The silence that followed the unearthing of the alien remains is not just a void, it is an echo of something much darker, something humanity was never meant to know. In this silence lies a truth so dangerous, so catastrophic, that even speaking it may be too much to bear. It's the paradox of forbidden knowledge, proof that our destiny has been shaped by forces beyond our understanding, yet also a warning of the doom that awaits if we dare to uncover more. When the depths speak, Elon Musk declared, his voice heavy with an urgency few could ignore. They do not whisper of history, they announce the end of humankind. It's as if the earth itself is holding its breath, withholding a truth too monumental, too perilous to speak aloud. Every second of silence is more excruciating than the revelation itself, as if humanity is teetering on the edge of a discovery that might unravel everything we hold dear. Musk's words resonate through the silence like a prophecy, a grim reminder that what lies beneath the surface is not just a relic of the past, but a harbinger of a future none of us may survive. Humanity now stands at a crossroads, facing a truth that is too vast to comprehend, too dangerous to ignore, and too terrifying to embrace. The question that haunts us is no longer whether we can survive the revelation, but whether we were ever meant to. In that profound uncertainty lies the true terror, the possibility that our species has stumbled into a narrative that was written long before we even existed, a story whose ending may not include our survival. We are not the authors of this story, a philosopher warned in the wake of the discovery. We are the intruders who opened a page that should have remained sealed. And so, as the world waits with bated breath, the silence of the depths feels less like emptiness and more like judgment. The earth, it seems, has been waiting for us to uncover its secrets, waiting for us to reach a moment when we would no longer be able to ignore the dark forces that have shaped our existence. But what happens when we open a door that should have remained locked? When the past, unseen, unheard, and unimaginable, finally comes to life, will we have the strength to face what we've unearthed? Or are we, as Musk suggests, standing on the edge of our own extinction, having unknowingly triggered a chain of events too terrible to reverse? In the quiet that follows, humanity's greatest fear is not the revelation itself, but the terrible, paralyzing uncertainty of what may come next. The silence of the depths has already spoken, and the future it promises is one we may not survive.